you know, playing a very good team in Virginia Tech tomorrow. Buzz has just done a great job with their group. They shoot the ball exceptionally well from the three. Tremendous passing team. And then they very aggressive defensively, just do a great job swarming to the ball and keeping you off rhythm and balance. And we know we're going to have to play an outstanding game to win.
Coach, I know their lead scorer could miss this game at all. How have you prepared?
Second leading scorer.
Yeah, second. How could you prepare for them, whether he's here or not?
I mean, we certainly know, you know, Justin. He's an outstanding player, and you know, so we prepare both ways. And whatever happens, happens. And you know, we kind of dealt with it at NC State. You know, Johnson probably wasn't going to play, and then he played. So I mean, you just play who's there, and you got to make adjustments as the game's going on.
Coach, you look at them on film and they look a lot long, lean, athletic. Remind me a lot of the Nebraska team you guys played earlier, and they seem to really affect that perimeter really well. How do you plan on attacking those guys out there?
You know, we just have to be very unselfish with it and share the ball. You know, I think they do a great job guarding the ball. I think they do a great job of helping guard the ball. They really swarm to the post. They just, you know, they're obviously a terrific defensive team. Their numbers are good. It's hard to find a rhythm, and you know, Buzz's teams are always known for that. So, you know, we just got to control the things we can. We have to set a screen. Let's set a really good one. Let's make sure we're ready in terms of shot preparation and try to pass the ball well to each other.
Your approach to this game, is it, you know, you win, you get to 500, you're kind of right back in the mix of things, or do you just, how do you look at it?
Yeah, we haven't really worried about any of that stuff. You know, back when we lost some games there, we just said we're going to focus on the next day and try to have really good practices. And if we have good practices, that'll lead to good games. And for the last couple of weeks, we've done that. Guys have been locked in at practice, played with great energy level, and defensively, I think we continue to get better. And then, you know, just kind of let the chips fall where they may.
It seems like so far, right now during this current 3-game streak, that the core of your team, Marquise, Shelton, and Eli, seem to really come together and starting to really realize the potential that everybody saw at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I think we're playing well right now. You know, I think our defense has helped us. It's put us in good positions. I think we have a good offense. I don't think we have a great offense, and you know, so some of defending has helped us just put ourselves in better positions. You know, really good to see Amir and David Scarra play well at Georgia Tech. I thought those guys played very well in the game, and you know, you need multiple guys to play well in this league to win games. You can't have 1 or 2 guys play well and expect to win. You really need 3, 4, or 5 different guys. So I thought we've kind of had that more often than not here in this last stretch.
I'm sure Tim told you the numbers from the other night, all the first times in a long time, first time period. You know, you kind of surprised to hear you guys kind of had that kind of historical night the other night?
Yeah. Obviously, we've had 2 very good, really 3 good defensive performances in a row, and you know, the numbers bore that out. So we just, you know, just trying to put that together. Don't really worry about records or streaks or anything of that nature. We just want to play good basketball.
Coach, Virginia Tech, number 3 in the country, 3-point shooting, number 9 in the country, field goal percentage. Is this really the ultimate litmus test for just how far your defense has come?
Yeah, it's certainly a step up in terms of you're playing an elite offensive team. Buzz runs some really unique things. I think he puts his guys in great positions, you know, to maximize what they do. You know, our guys will have to be locked in mentally as well as have a ton of energy to slow them down. They just execute at a high level, play the offensive end with tremendous confidence, and you know, they're very hard to guard every year.
As good as their offense is it really make it that much more important to work on the defensive boards, not give them second, third chances?
Yeah, that's always important. You know, we've been a pretty good rebounding team most of the year. Certainly, that'll be a factor in the game. You don't want to give them extra possessions. You know, just like we don't want to turn the ball over, we need to get quality possessions when we have it.
What happened at NC State last week, but then where they only got 47 points? What would you see on film?
Well, they held them in the 20s. So
Right.
I think it was a very good defensive struggle. I thought both teams were a little bit more in grinded out mode. There wasn't a lot of up and down basketball. There were a lot of long possessions. There just weren't very many easy baskets either way. Both teams, made it pretty hard for each other, and that might have been their first game without Justin Robinson. So it's probably a little bit of an adjustment for them. They've kind of been in that situation now for a couple games. Seem to be a little more comfortable, but both teams just played very well defensively.
As you enter the second half of the season now, you guys are starting to gain a little bit of momentum. The schedule obviously was a little front-loaded, and it's now starting to it looks like it's appearing to lay out a little better suited for what you guys are ready to do. What's the message to the team? I know it's a foregone question we ask a lot, but what's the message to the team at this point right now?
Yeah, just keep playing good basketball and just try to, stay excited about what we're doing. And, we've had really good practices, and that's led to good play, and that's usually, what follows. And, I think we were practicing and playing better, even though we weren't winning some of the games. So, I don't think our players or coaching staff really lost confidence in our team. I just think we needed to do a couple things a little bit better to win, but we felt like we were playing, pretty good basketball along the way. Now we've won a couple games. We don't have it all figured out either. We've got to understand that we've got to play really well and execute a plan. We've got to be smart in how we do things. But while we're doing all this, let's try to enjoy what we're doing. And, guys have done a good job of that the last couple weeks.
Coach, you mentioned getting contribution from multiple guys. Scar had 13 points the other night, his first time scoring double digits in the ACC game. He's always been a really good defensive player and rebounder. But if you can get consistent scoring out of him, does that take your team to another level?
Well, it helps. Obviously, it just takes a little bit of pressure off some of the other guys. And there are certain games when he's going to have more opportunities than others. And, we want him to stay aggressive and be comfortable and confident. And I think he's playing his way into that position. I think, David's a really good player. He does a lot of things that really help us win. And, now if he's going to score a little bit more, that certainly would be helpful. But he does so many things that help us win that, we just want him focused on what he does.
Is Virginia Tech, they seem to like to push the ball and run a lot in transition. They're kind of similar to Florida State in that regard offensively?
A little bit, not quite as big, but just an elite skill team. All their guys can really shoot. All their guys can pass. They have tremendous spacing, and they just get quality shots. I mean, even the other night against Louisville, if you look at their shot quality, it was very high. I just didn't think they shot the ball as well as they normally do. But they play offensive basketball really, really well with a lot of confidence.
Any more questions?
All good.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah,
See you tomorrow.
All right.